Hello, everyone. We are live again for Empowering Women Summit 2020. So, this is an initiative by IEEE Turkey Women in Engineering Affinity Group, and this is Simaya Kar. Well, we are actually hosting this event from 8th of December till today. This is actually the last day, and this is actually the official last keynote of the entire Empowering Women Summit 2020. And after this session, we're going to have a closing ceremony. And for the last session, so we have very special guest, Mercy Chelangat, so who's an amazing woman, humanitarian engineer, who is very passionate to make great impact in humanitarian fields and also for humanitarian technologies. And she's also a Woman in Power, IEEE Partner Society Women in Power, Region 8 Coordinator Representative. So it has been a pleasure and honor to work with Mercy in several roles over the time, and she has a great volunteer background and also a lot of passion for her field. So that will be great to hear from Mercy today. So I would like to welcome Mercy for your speech.
Thank you, Simei. It's such an honor to be with you today in the Empowering Women Summit. It's a pleasure, as usual, to get to share my story and hopefully empower more women engineers to take up the roles. Right. So, as has been introduced by Simei, I am Mercy Chelangat. I am an IEEE Smart Village Ambassador and a Women in Power Ambassador as well, and coordinator for Region 8. Okay, so sorry, I hope you can see my screen. Yes. So today I'm here to share with you my women in engineering experience and the future and the prospect plans that are in line for women engineers. So I am an electrical engineer by training. I'm also a humanitarian engineer by just way of passion because I have lots of passion in community development. And so this gave me the interest to be able to be a part of the Smart Village initiative, which is empowering off-grid communities through education, electricity, and enterprise development. And this is why, in partnership with the IEEE Foundation, we are teaming up to try and provide business and fund development ideas for the different energy entrepreneurs are coming up in the different off-grid areas. So I was the past project manager of the Smart Village initiative at the MAR Trust in Masai Mara. I am currently an IEEE Entrepreneurship Social Impact Liaison, where we are advocating for the empowerment of youths in the workspaces, and especially with regards to the stimulation of entrepreneurial mindsets. As a pastime, I also blog, and so I contribute to the Region 8 News Today as an author. So, my story today is on how to utilize your travel connections as mentorship connections. So, for example, if you map out the rich connection that you have made over time, you'll realize that everyone that you have met in the different parts of the world is an asset to a certain aspect of your way of life. So, for example, myself, I have been able to um, visit some of the places and actually met people, but then also I have been able to connect virtually with different volunteers worldwide who have been able to ensure that we keep each other mentored and up to date with whatever is going on in the different parts of the world. So I would like to encourage everyone on through this journey that has enabled me to see the mentorship opportunities that are there, and actually go ahead to implement these initiatives. So when we do work that is worthy of recognition, then we are able to spread the impact to more people. So, for example, by engaging in humanitarian activities, we are able to reach those who are underserved and disadvantaged in different communities. Through mentorships, we are able to reach people who would actually use this knowledge that as a mentor or mentee would benefit from. For example, some of these programs are the renewable energy for kids program in schools. And then the other program is the Women in Engineering Student Teacher Research Program. Through this, we have been able to connect with the different students in the different institutions, thereby ensuring that the knowledge is spread from already young professionals to the practicing children in the schools. And then through this, we are able to demonstrate noteworthy support for women in the engineering profession. Um, so, as of this, I would like to encourage you to nominate the women engineers who are doing reputable work in your different organizational units. There are different many awards that are being that are calling for nominations right now, and it's your turn to um, actually uh, impact someone by recognizing the good work that they have done. So, as usual, we have to highlight the challenges and barriers that women face in the different workspaces. And so this is not only for women engineers, they cut across, even though it's higher on the engineering side because of the perceptions. So these many challenges are uh, a stepping stone to let us know of what we could potentially do in order to ensure that we have more women engineers in the field. So the lack of the required skills and qualifications, the training opportunities, gender diversity targets, lack of healthcare facilities for their children, self-perception, lack of awareness opportunities, lack of networking opportunities, and some cultural and social norms are just some of the barriers that are preventing women from taking a higher leap in the engineering field. Thankfully, however, we are seeing we are seeing constant support for the women engineers all over the world. And so this is really encouraging because we are able to now have a, a table, a seat at the table, and we are now able to make decisions that can better favor our communities. So as we may see, some of the supportive measures for women engineers that are being implemented. This was a study by Irina, and we see that these opportunities that we should provide for the different women engineers are just solutions that will enable them to overcome the challenges that we have highlighted in the previous session. And thankfully, through the support of IEEE Women in Engineering, and also Women in Power, some of these measures are actually being implemented. And I am happy to say that I have been part of um, I have been a witness of how through the volunteering work, how through the provision of internships, seminars that bring networking opportunities closer to the women, job sharing platforms, um, the highlighting of gender targets. So, for example, we are seeing different societies advocating for the inclusion of women in their societies, and this is really encouraging. So training opportunities, we have lots of resources within the IEEE platforms, such as the IEEE Learning Network, that has lots of training materials at very subsidized costs. So we also have mentoring. We have mentoring programs by the IEEE Entrepreneurship. We also have some by the Women in Engineering, the IEEE Region 8 Action for Industry initiative as well. So we are seeing many mentoring opportunities coming up, and this will enable more interactions between different peers. So we are also seeing gender policies being incorporated, and these are helping the different sectors also include women engineers better. So a future with empowered women engineers means that the different the different women engineering advocacy institutions have to join efforts to work with the relevant organizations and institutions such as universities to promote education. So we are seeing that through the IEEE network, we are able to strike such strategic partnerships, and we encourage all to keep striving to increase their membership base by actually partnering with universities to ensure that the student members actually transition to become young professionals. And we would like to see more senior members come up, and especially more senior women engineers being nominated. So also we have seen the research students be able to have resources that can enable them to solve the challenges that exist in their communities. So through regional exchanges and interactive discussions such as this Empowering Women Summit, we are able to ensure that women engineers' voices are heard. So through these summits, we are able to encourage one another to ensure a sustainable future for women engineers in the industry. So we encourage all to participate in sustainable innovations in the community. And so we are seeing a lot of trends such as solar technologies, whether PV based or concentrated solar power, depending on the region where you are. We are seeing massive and large scale solar parks coming up. This is both for the community as well as for commercial and industrial purposes. And so we are seeing a variety of distributed resources that are enabling us to better plan for a sustainable future. So um, some of what IEEE is doing to ensure that the future of women engineers is secured is by promoting more diverse leadership. So through inclusivity, we are able to connect different people from different parts of the world to ensure that there is diverse leadership in the industry. And then through the technical visits and the workshops that are conducted, we are able to ensure continued community education leadership. And so through these forums, we are able to provide networking opportunities that enable better learning for different women engineers. So I will highlight an example of what has happened this past year that is just one of the avenues through which we can ensure collaborative action, sustainable development of women engineers. So the African section was able to see educational opportunities provided for 5 African students to pursue their master's and PhD programs. This was in collaboration with Hohai University in China, and so this will ensure that these women engineers have access to world-class research facilities that will boost innovations of that will boost the innovations that they had envisioned in their communities. So this will ensure that they can create better solutions to the existing problems in their communities. And so we thank such universities for providing an opportunity to secure a future for our women engineers. And we are also grateful for women for the women engineers higher in the ranks are also really promoting more women and ensuring that they have an opportunity to further their education. So some of the renowned role models in women in power, particularly also women in engineering, these are Dr. Romei Lee, who is our Women in Power chair. We have Dr. Shaoshan. We have Dr. Sandrine Mubenga. We have Dr. Noel Schulz, who was the past PES president of 2012. And then we have Simei, who is leading on many global initiatives and is really an encouragement to many of us. So you would ask why support women engineers. we see that uh, women engineers can ensure better homes, which will mean we can ensure better communities. And then when we have better homes, we can ensure better performance of our students, thereby ensuring that their future is secured. And actually, through this, women engineers can mentor the young girls in the society to ensure that we have an all-round success. So we see more community mentors coming up to give their skills back to the community. And this is really encouraging because it's only through passing down this knowledge and skills that we are able to ensure that women are recruited in the. So this picture that we was taken at Power Africa conference quite speaks to me when a different level, because if you see the first picture, we see only the women engineers, but then in the second picture we see a blend of both um, the male and the female engineers in one picture. And so it's evident that we are strong as women engineers alone, but we are even stronger with our male counterparts. And so we are grateful to the um, male engineers who are supporting the women engineers and mentoring them in their journey, and actually encouraging them to ensure that they can take up whatever they are wishing to do. So um, my my calling for all today is to illuminate more women engineers, because more women in power will ensure that we have a more secure future that is inclusive of everyone. And so it is the decade of action, and one of the goals towards gender equality is actually on our sustainability list. So, by ensuring that we have a gender balanced representation in the engineering field, will ensure that we have solutions that are created for all and not just a few. And so, through our collaborative action, we can ensure that through the decade of action, we are able to impact. And of course, we know that by empowering more women, we'll also be impacting the other sustainable development goals, such as quality education. Better homes will mean good health and well-being. This will mean more women are able to provide for their families, ensuring zero hunger, no poverty. This will also ensure that they have decent work opportunities that will ensure overall economic growth. So through this, we will also see reduced inequalities. And through this balanced representation, then we are able to ensure sustainable communities. So I have come to the end of my presentation. Thank you all for your time. My email is right there should anyone need to reach out to me. It's really been an honor being a part of the Empowering Women Summit. And I hope that going forward, we are able to ensure a safe and secure future for women engineers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mercy. And I would like to say also, you're also one of the role models in the, just for many women around you. And not just for humanitarian or power related activities, for every aspect. So, well, thank you for being a role model as well. So,
Thank you for that.
so we're just changing the world in positive direction together. I think that's really important, having that positive impact for the future and for our environment and society and humanity. So we take our actions and we take the responsibility. And that's why how we are connected very well. And we are a big family all around the world.
Yes, I agree.
Well, actually, would like to ask your advices for those who are willing to be in humanitarian field as social entrepreneur.
Yes, so my advice on that would be, first one has to find what they are passionate about, because being a social entrepreneur means um, there has to be a different model that you have to take, and this will be more focused on the people and the impact, rather than um, what is just normally termed as a profit based model. So it has to go beyond that to ensure the sustainability of the community and the projects as well, to ensure that the skills that are being passed on through your initiative or company can be replicated across the different community members, to ensure that they can also help themselves in the different ways. And so um, it's really about the people, and actually having the people participate in this cause really is essential. And so um, I guess for the social entrepreneurs, most has to be done in close partnership with the community members. Um, we have to go to the community to seek their we have to seek their perception of the different issues that are facing them, so that we are able to give them the best solutions. um, and mostly we see that we have a challenge of having to balance, to blend in with the culture in the communities. And so as you are also planning for this, you have to be keen that the kind of technology or model you're introducing in the community actually improves the cultural aspect, as well as the as well as bring the people together, so that they can ensure that this program is community owned, that they feel that this is impacting them and helping them impact also the other people of their communities. So for social entrepreneurship, really, it's I think it's really quite diverse, and really needs a good understanding of the community that one is going to work in. So um, I also think it's the future, because as we see that more skills are coming to the people, this is the only way that we are able to pass on the skills to our future generations.
Absolutely. Well, that's the area that we create impact and we will actually lead the technologies for
So
humanity.
yes, and I actually like the focus of some of IEEE's programs such as HAC, which are encouraging people to look at the impact angle from a um, social return on investment angle, to mean if we invest more in the people, then we can ensure that there is more impact as well as more outcome in the different projects that we engage in.
Absolutely. Thank you for taking the initiative in this area for all of us.
Yes, it's a pleasure. It's always quite a learning process, especially right now when we can't go out into the communities physically. Um, we also have to empower them to learn the different things that we would usually do. So we are now relying on them, and I think this is just one way of also passing down the impact, because there has never been a better time to empower more people.
That's really a time. So, how do you see the future direction for the humanitarian activities from 2021?
Yes, it's really going to kind of change, and not even kind of. I think it's massively going to change and transition. Because we have seen the democratization of the different um, the different programs. For example, right now, people have to work remotely a lot. So after seeing that some of the projects were interfered or were brought to a halt by experts from abroad being available, this calls for the empowerment of the local manpower and the skills. So it's up to the locals to really learn these skills, because um, we have to rely on ourselves to be able to be the people who secure our future, and not actually count on really over reliance on uh, foreign aid or such kind of official development assistance. I think more than anything, we need to be self sufficient as countries. And so, in order to ensure a sustainable recovery, as we are grappling with so many things, we will need people to be more aggressive, to take up the different jobs that they possibly had not seen themselves taking up. And so this should ensure that we are able to create innovations to problems to the existing, oh sorry, we are able to create solutions for the problems that are existing in our own communities. And thankfully, with the connections that we have, we can rely on the exchange of knowledge through such online platforms, but also ensure that the work is done on the ground by the locals. This will ensure that people can be empowered to actually be self-sustainable, unlike just being there and waiting for aid. Yes, so I think it should be an exciting future going forward. Also challenging, very, but I think we are up to the task to really take up on these challenges.
Thank you so much for all your thoughts and really special and important addresses and entire your speech. Would like to thank you on behalf of IEEE Turkey Women in Engineering Affinity Group. And before we close the session, I would like to ask your final words and comments and advices.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. I thank the entire We Turkey section team. Again, it's always a pleasure to be here with you. Congratulations on the amazing summit. And I just, yes, of course, you guys are an inspiration to us. And so we are learning from you guys and hope that we will hold more collaborative future events as well. So thank you for having me, and I wish you all happy holidays.
Thank you so much, Mercy. Happy holidays and happy holidays, everyone. Um, well, this is the end of the session, and we are approaching to final one of this Empowering Women Summit 2020. So very excited. The closing ceremony is approaching. As the next session in 20 minutes, again, will be live stream on IEEE Turkey Women Engineering YouTube channel. So we look forward to meet you in 20 minutes. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching.